Hello everyone, today we are going to study chapter number 3 of class 8 synthetic fibers in plastics. So let us begin. So what do you mean by synthetic fiber? So do you know fibers are being divided into two types. There are two types of fibers, that is natural fiber and second one is synthetic fiber. Natural fiber are the fiber which are obtained from nature, जो कि हमें नेचर से प्राप्त होते हैं. लेकिन सिंथेटिक फाइबर वो फाइबर्स है जो कि हम ह्यूमन बींग्स खुद बनाते हैं. मीन्स दे आर द मैन मेड फाइबर्स. सो नेचुरल फाइबर्स डिफरेंट है, सिंथेटिक फाइबर डिफरेंट है. और उन दोनों के बीच का डिफरेंस ये है कि नेचुरल फाइबर्स प्रकृति से लिए जाते हैं और सिंथेटिक फाइबर हमारे द्वारा केमिकल से बनाए जाते हैं. तो ये है what is synthetic fiber. The fibers which are made by human beings by using different chemicals are known as synthetic fiber or man-made fibers, and the natural fibers are the fibers that are being obtained from the nature. Now we are going to discuss what do you mean by monomer and polymer. So monomer, this is a term which you are studying first time in 8th class. So monomer का मतलब क्या होता है? Monomer means the single unit. The single unit stands for monomer. So mono means one and mer means unit or part. If we just talk about polymer, when these monomers, small units are just combined together and they just form a chain, this chain is known as polymer. This chain of monomer is known as polymer. Poly means many, mer means units. Means polymer is made up of many units of monomer. So now I hope it is clear what is monomer, what is polymer, what is synthetic fiber and what is natural fiber. So let us discuss about different types of synthetic fibers. So we have four types of synthetic fiber, जो कि है रेयोन, जिसे हम आर्टिफिशियल सिल्क भी बोलते हैं. आर्टिफिशियल सिल्क क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि रेयोन के पास सिल्क की कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है, बट वो बिल्कुल सिल्क जैसा नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ कुछ अपीयरेंस वगैरह की देखकर हम कह सकते हैं ये सिल्क का एक आर्टिफिशियल पार्ट है. सेम वे नाइलॉन, polyester, acrylic. Now acrylic we can say as a artificial wool because इसके पास ये wool जैसा दिखता है और इसके पास wool की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, but not wool. एक्रेलिक वूल नहीं है, वूल जैसा है. सेम वे रेयोन सिल्क नहीं है, सिल्क जैसा है. सो लेट अस बिगिन विद रेयोन. सो जनरली rayon is the fiber which is being obtained by the chemical treatment with wood pulp. तो जैसे कि हमें पता है कि रेयोन वुड पल्प से ऑब्टेन किया जाता है. वुड पल्प से जैसे कि रेयोन वुड पल्प से ऑब्टेन किया जाता है. सो वुड पल्प से ऐसे ही ऑब्टेन नहीं किया जाता है, इसमें कुछ केमिकल्स भी यूज किए जाते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई आल्सो वी कैन से दैट इट इज अ सिंथेटिक फाइबर. तो इसमें कुछ केमिकल्स यूज किए जाते हैं और ये मैन मेड फाइबर है. इट इज मेड बाय द मेंस और ये चीपर देन सिल्क है. ये सिल्क से सस्ता है, सिल्क के कंपैरिजन में बहुत सस्ता है. सिल्क महंगा होता है, रेयोन उसकी कॉपी है इसलिए वो सस्ता है. और रेयोन अलग अलग कलर्स में अवेलेबल है. इट हैज अ वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ कलर्स and even rayon is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets and different wool carpets and different things. Now let us come to nylon. So nylon is also a synthetic fiber. ये फर्स्ट सिंथेटिक फाइबर है जो डिस्कवर हुआ था. नायलॉन कहाँ डिस्कवर हुआ था? सो नायलॉन दो प्लेसेस के नाम से बना है, जो कि है न्यूयॉर्क प्लस लंदन. बिकॉज इसकी फॉर्मेशन वहां हुई थी. सो न्यूयॉर्क प्लस लंदन. NY stands for New York, Lund stands for London. So I hope it is clear. नायलॉन फर्स्ट मैन मेड फाइबर है और ये 1931 में बना था. And it is made by natural raw materials such as from plants and animals, and even it was prepared from coal, water and air. It is first fully synthetic fiber. So इसमें कोई भी natural essence नहीं है, ये fully synthetic fiber है. So it is a fully synthetic fiber. This is one of the basic thing which we should know. What is the first fully synthetic fiber? नायलॉन. और नायलॉन की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है कि वो स्ट्रोंग है औरों की कंपैरिजबली, और वो इलास्टिक है, लाइट है, लस्ट्रस. लस्ट्रस में शाइनिंग है, और वो इजी टू वॉश, इट कैन बी इजीली वॉश्ड. और बहुत पॉपुलर फॉर मेकिंग क्लोथ्स, बहुत पॉपुलर है क्लोथ्स बनाने के लिए. इट इज इवन यूज फॉर मेकिंग डिफरेंट ड्रॉप्स एंड स्लीपिंग बैग्स, कर्टेन्स, टूथब्रशेस, स्टैंड्स, socks. Different things are made from nylon. Now let us discuss about polyester. सो पोलिएस्टर एक अलग सिंथेटिक फाइबर है जिसके टू टाइप्स है, जैसे कि टेरिलिन एंड PET, दैट इज पॉलीइथाइलिन टेरेप्थलेट. जो पोली एस्टर है वो दो चीजों से बना है, पोली एंड एस्टर. सो नाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एस्टर? एस्टर इज द रिपीटिंग यूनिट्स ऑफ अ केमिकल. एस्टर क्या होता है? एक रिपीटिंग यूनिट होती है केमिकल्स की. सो रिपीटिंग यूनिट ऑफ केमिकल्स मेक्स अ ester. So now we can simply get to know what is ester and how it is made. So this is polyester, and poly means many, which I have already told. So पोलिएस्टर इज रिंकल फ्री. अगर हम धोते हैं तो उसमें रिंकल्स आ जाते हैं कपड़े पे, तो इसलिए हमें कई बार कुछ कपड़े आयरन करने पड़ते हैं. तो ये रिंकल्स फ्री है, ये नहीं इस पे रिंकल्स नहीं आते हैं. इट इज इजी टू वॉश एंड इट इज सुटेबल फॉर मेकिंग द ड्रेस मटेरियल. टेरिलिन, अब मैंने बताया था पॉलिएस्टर के टू टाइप्स है. फर्स्ट है टेरिलिन. टेरिलिन इज अ पॉपुलर पॉलिएस्टर बिकॉज it can be easily drawn into a fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn. And PET is very familiar form of polyester because it is used for making bottles, utensils, wires, and many other useful products. Now let us discuss about acrylic. Acrylic are generally used for making shawls, different blankets, even it is used for making sweaters, blankets, shawls. These all the things it is used for making. As I have already told that it acts like a wool. So especially wool things are generally weared in the winter season. Same way acrylic things are also weared in winter season. If we generally see, then acrylic is much affordable than wool. Wool is very expensive as compared to acrylic. Acrylic is cheaper than wool. So that is why many of the people nowadays are going for acrylic instead of wool. Because wool is expensive, acrylic is not that much expensive as compared to wool. Now, we are just going to discuss about the characteristics of synthetic fiber. Here only four characteristics are given, but there are many more characteristics. So you may go to the Google, you may search over there what are the characteristics, you may approach the books, there even you will get So here mainly which are the four main characteristics we are going to discuss. Those synthetic fibers are strong, they are elastic, they are durable. So these are even the characteristics. So they dry up easily when they wash because they are having such characteristics. They are cheap, as I have already told. They are readily available and they are easy to maintain. Means they are easy to wash even. They are wrinkle free. So we are not feeling so much difficulty in these things. So plastic. Now, what do you mean by plastic? So plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber. It's even a polymer like synthetic fiber. Now, generally, if I generally talk, then all plastic have same kinds of arrangement units. They have different shape and sizes. So the shape size of a plastic is not defined, not same. One of the main common plastic is polythene. So polythene is made up of two things, that is poly plus ethene. So this polyethylene and it is a kind of polymer. It is used for making polythene bags. Now, plastic is generally divided into two types, that is thermosetting plastics and thermoplastics. Now, what do you mean by thermoplastic? So, thermoplastics are the plastics which can be easily deformed, it can be easily bent, means they can be given easily the shape of different things. Like once they have made something, we can even shape them again. Means reuse. We can reuse them. But few plastic are there which cannot be reused. They are thermosetting because they cannot be molded again and again. They are thermosetting plastics because they cannot be molded again and again. Now, thermoplastic examples are, we can see PVC, polythene, and if we talk about thermosetting plastics, bakelite, melamine, these are the generally examples. Now, let us talk why do we prefer plastics? Have you ever got this question in your mind? We prefer plastic because it is light, because it is strong, it cannot be broken easily. It is long lasting, it is durable, it is even non-reactive, means it do not react with water and air. It do not corrode easily like iron and copper. So that is why we generally use plastic. Because plastic is now best choice has become, because it is fulfilling most of our needs. It is even a poor conductor of heat and electricity. We can simply say this because plastics are used into the wire sieving. The outer covering of the wires are generally done with the plastics only. This suppose this is a copper wire and its outer covering is generally done by the plastics. So on the copper wire, why we are doing? Because they are the poor conductor of heat and electricity, and if we'll touch the wire, will not get the shock. Will not get the shock. Same way, plastics are not good for even us because they are non-biodegradable. As we are learning from the small classes, what do you mean by biodegradable, non-biodegradable? So I hope I do not have to explain over here. Non-biodegradable means they cannot be mixed into the you can say earth, soil. It cannot be mixed. So as it is non-biodegradable, so we generally throw on the land. And when the cow go over here, there, and if the cow eats it, then it's very, very dangerous for the cow because eating plastic will affect the cow respiratory system. It is that is why only it is very dangerous. And we say is cow uh, not cow, we says the people not to throw. And whenever we see the cow eating the plastic bags, we generally remove it because it's dangerous. Even if we burn the plastic, then it releases the harmful gases which are very much harmful for us. So either we cannot burn it, it is not mixing with the soil. It, if we'll just leave it, so if any organism will go near that, not even only cow but other organisms also, or we even sometimes in our food it comes, then it's too much dangerous for all the living beings. So that is why we should avoid plastic as much as we can. It is generally told to us to take a cloth bag instead of plastic so that we can avoid the use of plastic. That is why only we are removing. Otherwise, if these disadvantages would have not been there, we would have been using the plastics only because they are having many advantages. Now, for this, to reduce the waste, that is why we follow the 5 R's. That is reuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle, and sorry, this was refuse. This was so generally reduce, refuse, recycle, and we can say reuse, repurpose. Instead of repurpose, we may say recover. We may say recover. And I hope you all know these 5 R's. How can we use them? So, thank you. Please do subscribe the channel, like and share the video. Thank you.